It's been a really interesting time to be a fan of the Dragon Prince and to cover the Dragon Prince. If you're wondering why, we're going to talk about it. Yeah. What's going on, you guys? James here with another real bit of news to talk about, and this was going to be an incredibly happy video because I have some awesome updates to share with you regarding my coverage for Season 7 of The Dragon Prince, and it's still going to be a really happy video. It's just the second half of this video that we have to get into some of the drama that has sort of taken over this final push towards Season 7 of The Dragon Prince, which releases on Netflix December 19th. So, before we get into any of that, you guys, yes, I'm going to be covering Season 7 of The Dragon Prince, and yeah, I'm already watching it, but I've got some cool dates for you, so you can expect my content on time, God willing, and then we'll get into the drama. But before we do that, if it is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I love talking about movies, TV, and yes, all the news in between. So if you do too, hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, guys. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers, and maybe we can get there before the year's end. We'll see. And go ahead and like this video and get loud in the comments and let me know your thoughts about everything leading up to Season 7. And it's okay. Judgment-free zone. But let's not attack each other. Okay, let's get started. Like I just mentioned, yes, I am watching Season 7 of The Dragon Prince. Thank you to Netflix for giving me early access for review. Speaking of review, I'll be bringing you my spoiler-free review on Monday, December 16th at noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that is the embargo that was given to me and to every other creator, reviewer, publicist who's going to be covering Season 7 of The Dragon Prince, and I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free thoughts. I'm not diving into no spoilers on Monday, December 16th, but you're going to hear from me whether this one is a really good end cap to this series, or two, maybe there's a bigger picture that's being painted for the future of the Dragon Prince as well. So I'm excited to sort of get into all of that, but not spoil anything on Monday, December 16th. And then, of course, there's my reaction schedule. Because y'all know how we get down here. You know we're going to be watching this together. So I'm going to be bringing you my episodes 1 all the way to episode 9 reactions right here on the channel. So here's the schedule. Episode 1, I'll drop it on December 19th. Episode 2, I'll also drop it on December 19th. And then for episodes 3 and 4, you're getting that the very next day. Episodes 5 and 6 on December 21st. And episodes 7 and 8 on December 22nd. I got really excited, okay? I'm thinking about the finale already. But the episode 9 reaction from me is coming on December 23rd. And I think it's going to be emotional, because this could be the final season finale that we'll get for this awesome series. And I just can't wait to press play for the first time and the last time with y'all here on the channel. So again, get subscribed, turn those bell notifications on so you don't miss out. But I'm really pumped to just go through each episode, and apparently the car that drove by is too. But I'm not going to tell you the episode titles. Okay, maybe that was a really funny segue into this next section. Yeah. So we've got good news about my spoiler-free review, the episode reaction schedule, and hey, even a note from the creators was sent to me, and Ehasz and Justin Richmond both co-signed this sentence that got me hyped. I'm not going to read the whole note, just this, and it says, and I quote, "Every person who worked on this series has put their all into making Season 7 of The Dragon Prince the biggest, most ambitious one yet." So of course I'm riding on a high here as a fan of the series, because the biggest, most ambitious one yet, and then we hear that the season's going to be heartbreaking. I'm so pumped. There's so much. There's endless possibilities for what they're going to do to finish this arc 2, and maybe the series. We don't know. We don't have any official word about arc 3 yet. But with all that being said, I was super excited. And then, well, middle of last week, we kind of got into a bit of a mess. But hey, let me at least set the table for you before we get into a lot of what happened last Wednesday all the way to the end of the week. So, of course, the Season 7 promotional cycle has been a little up and down. I'm not blaming anyone. At least I'm not blaming anyone at Wonderstorm. But there is a lot of drama surrounding the Season 7 promotional push, and it really did begin with the surprise announcement that Season 7 was going to drop in 2024, right? That's like, what, nearly 5 months after season 6. So we learned about that, and I thought, okay, 2 seasons in 1 year, it could go either way, especially after we hear at San Diego Comic-Con this year that there are plans for seasons 8 through 10, which would be a third arc for the Dragon Prince. So I thought, okay, I almost am nervous now. I'm cautiously optimistic because dropping 2 seasons in 1 year could either point to a good sign, which is like Netflix is confident that the season's going to crush and they just want to get out there and say, hey, arc 3's on the way. Or it could go the other way, which is we're just trying to push out the Dragon Prince, get them to season 7, and that's it. Because Netflix doesn't really do multi-season animation series, as we know. Arcane is just 2 seasons. The Dragon Prince is getting into its 7th season this month. It's a blessing. 7 seasons is nothing to scoff at. But the fact that we learned from both creators, right, Aaron Ehasz and Justin Richmond, saying that, hey, we got plans for seasons 8 through 10, how are we not going to get excited? So after getting all of that context, hey, we were all expecting, as fans, myself included, a huge push towards season 7. And we did get some typical promotional content like the teaser trailer, an official trailer, a poster, even a panel at New York Comic Con, which I was able to attend, and some first look images. But what if I were to tell you that, yeah, we got all of that, but it just wasn't delivered in the way we all thought it would be? So let's at least start with the teaser trailer that revealed the release date this year. Well, that was released normally, and it wasn't leaked, and we covered it here on the channel. So we thought at that point, okay, this is the start. Maybe every month leading up to the month of December, we're going to be getting some nuggets of goodness for season 7. Well, there was a little bit of a break, and then in October, we had New York Comic Con. Now, you all remember the drama surrounding New York Comic Con. The panel was originally canceled by ReedPop, and then, well, the organizers for the Comic Con said, let's put it back on the schedule after most likely the work done by Wonderstorm and fan outcry. So at the panel, we got some cool info. We did not get confirmation for Arc 3, but Episode 1 was shown to attendees. And I was so blessed to be in attendance. However, there was a strict disclaimer. You are not to record anything. You can talk about it, but you can't record it. Unfortunately, someone in the audience leaked it. So that was kind of that first domino to fall, and it wasn't great. Then we got a slew of first look images in Netflix Geeked Week. Well, we got one photo there, which was released normally and not leaked, so that's good. And then the Dragon Prince's official accounts, well, they dropped another batch of first look images, and they were also not leaked. But then in the midst of all of that, there was another first look image that Netflix uploaded to their press website that featured King Ezrin and Queen Anya. Y'all know which one I'm talking about here. There was no embargo information attached to that image. It was just thrown up on the press site. So here I am thinking like, well, if there's no embargo information and, well, it's on the press site, okay, Netflix is just dropping some nuggets quietly on their site for press members to maybe then share the content. So it was all fair game until, well, more first look images came up. And this is where the craziness really does hit an all-time high over the past 2 months. Well, there's about 8 first look images that were released onto Netflix's press website, and if you follow the channel, you know I covered it originally here as well. There were 8 of them, right? Okay, so 8, and I figured, okay, wow, this is dope. We're getting so close, 2 weeks away from, December 19th, and there was no embargo information attached, triple checked. I literally opened this thing up and went to the file data, and there was nothing. So I thought, okay, let's go ahead and talk about it here on the channel. I didn't spoil nothing. I made sure not to drop any hints because, of course, I'm watching the show, and, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was kindly asked by Wonderstorm's executives just to take my video down because those images weren't supposed to be shared and even made available to share. So hours later, oh man, I thought, okay, well, crisis averted, hopefully. Well, Netflix didn't really avoid much of a crisis because they were like in one group, right? So they uploaded the photos and they probably should have just attached embargo information saying this is strictly under embargo until December 19th. I'm sorry, December 16th, and no one would have shared it. I know I definitely would have shared it. I would not do that. And then, hours later, well, there was more. There was a soundtrack announcement. The Dragon Prince's official accounts went and said, you know what? Yes, pre-save this right now on streaming platforms. And I'm so excited because Frederick Wieben is a great composer, and his sounds for Season 6 were awesome. Can't wait to listen to him. And so far, Season 7, listen, I'm excited for it. I'll just say that much. But apparently there was a site that showed all the track listings, and that got taken by fans and thrown onto social media, X in particular. But that wasn't supposed to happen. That was a leak. And all of those titles really do paint a picture and sort of tell a story. And Wonderstorm executives were definitely like, yo, why did this get shared by an official partner for the soundtrack? So it just feels like these official partners just aren't communicating embargo information. And then it gets crazier. Every episode 7 title for The Dragon Prince was leaked by an outlet that, well, was not given permission to leak or even talk about those episodes. And the reason I know that is because that specifically, the episode titles, were not allowed to be talked about until December 16th at noon Eastern Standard Time. And even then, in my spoiler-free review, why would I share those episode titles unless they were made officially available by the Dragon Prince's accounts, which happened hours after that, because of course they're just trying to get ahead of this, which sometimes happens, and I get it. The leak happens and you think, you know what, might as well just go with the flow and officially announce it sooner than we wanted to. And that's not great, right? Because you do want a nice promotional push and sort of build up the hype little by little. We saw that with Season 6's episode titles, and we didn't get that with Season 7. I don't know if that was ever in the plans, but it surely isn't now. So the Dragon Prince official account said, okay, here's every episode title. They probably didn't want to do that, I'd have to imagine, so soon, but that's a no-no. Like, I don't know why that was even shared. Like, I even knew. I said, listen, I have a funny feeling this is not supposed to be talked about until the embargo lifts. And lo and behold, that was the case. And I almost forgot to mention one thing. The Season 7 official trailer, y'all remember that one? I believe it was last month. It was released on Netflix's platforms, the app and the desktop version of their website. But we learned that that was not supposed to happen. So the Dragon Prince official account said, well, if Netflix leaked it, gosh, let's just drop it on all of our accounts hours later. So I have a headache just talking about that. I'm not going to lie. And that's a whirlwind of information. And if you're just hearing this for the first time, I hope I broke it down in a way where you can understand it. But I mean, I have thoughts, of course, and I have concerns because official partners should definitely make it specifically, explicitly clear, what can be shared and what cannot. We knew episode titles are a no-no. We knew soundtrack titles were probably not supposed to be shared either. I mean, that wasn't told to us by Netflix, but you can just tell that that felt icky, right? And then there were the first look images, which, again, I took the video down and was doing so well. But I took the video down because Wonderstorm said, listen, even though the photos are made available on the press website, along with the other first look images that were previously shared everywhere, there should have been embargo information there because those aren't supposed to go out till December 16th. And I'm like, I understand. I'm just like a little frustrated, right? Because this all does not bode well. The Season 7 was supposed to be the final season of a show that I love, that so many of you love, and it feels like a weird rocky road to Season 7. And this is not me pointing blame again at anybody. I feel bad for Aaron Ehasz. I feel bad for Justin Richmond, the cast and the crew involved. Even Aaron was unfairly being attacked on social media. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, some fans, it's okay to be upset and frustrated that, we're not getting a nice promotional push towards Season 7. It's not okay to attack the creators of the show when large part of that promotional content, a large part of that push forward, like trailers, for example, are not necessarily controlled by Wonderstorm. It's mainly by Netflix. So you can't really point your blame. You should just say, I'm frustrated. Great. Everyone understands that. But to attack people for this, it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? I just really, really wish it was a smoother road to Season 7. I really was hoping that last week and this week we'd just be talking a lot about promo and getting everyone really hyped. But instead it feels like things were prematurely posted by official partners, and then titles were leaked, and then, well, they might as well just eat it up. And the Dragon Prince accounts posted it. They probably posted it earlier than they wanted to. So does this make me scared for the future of the Dragon Prince? That's not something I'm ready to say yet. However, I am very confused by the handling of Season 7, the final season officially for a show that has been going literally for several years now. What are we doing? Why is Netflix doing this? Why are some partners doing this? Does it feel like maybe it's being mistreated? I think that's probably the best word, because I love this show. I wanted Season 7, at least the promo push, to feel smooth, excitable, and to give us content that would be you know, I guess released at the time everyone wanted to release it. Wonderstorm is who I'm talking about, but that didn't really happen. Feels like a lot of things were just being forced out there, and it was because of leaks. It was because of people recording stuff that they shouldn't be recording. So it is a shame to see season 7 sort of take this route. But hey, this is a new week, and this could mean posters like Aaron Ehasz has hinted at, and more. I can see more coming, but for right now, I'm going to keep watching the Dragon Prince Season 7, get ready for my review and my reaction, so y'all don't want to miss out. Hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on that bell. But after hearing all of this, I really want to hear from you, the real family. Let me know down below, what do y'all think? Is this the approach that you expected? Do you feel differently? Do you maybe disagree with me and you enjoy all of the madness, which is wild, and maybe you and the Joker have something in common? But for the most part, this has definitely been a little unorganized and chaotic. I'm just trying to sift through all the news and just get us excited for season 7 of the Dragon Prince. So I can't wait for December 16th again for me to talk about this final season of the Dragon Prince. So let me go back to this show and watch the next episode. Alrighty, y'all, again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. And I'm gonna go decompress and pray. Yeah.